days have been pretty weird. During the day it's like burning hot and the nights are like biting cold. My hands are actually starting to crack and anyway, so it's been a while since I started doing Uber Eats. So I think it's been like 6 months now. It's been a good journey, I've had like good trips, good compliments from customers and restaurants. It's been a while and now I've finally finished like 999 trips, which is awesome. So now I'm going to be doing my 1000th trip. So it is a milestone and I wanted to make a memory out of it. You're going to come with me, we're going to do it together. So let's do this. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna turn on the app and wait for that 1000th order. Oh, very sunny, very bright. The problem with sunglasses is, you get used to them and then you remove them and you can't, be without them. Anyway, okay, 999 trips, if you can see. I'm gonna go online. You're online. Now we can just sit here and wait for that order. Okay, now it's usually gonna take a while before we get trip requests. So while we are waiting for our trip, I just thought of sharing my journey in this job and just talk you through my experiences, what's good, what's bad. So let's start with now the first benefit of doing this one is it's very flexible. You get to choose your own timing, you get to choose the place that you want to do it. So let's say for some reason you wake up very early in the morning and you just have nothing to do, you can just get into your car or your bike and just start doing this, make some extra money. And also let's say someday you're just not able to fall asleep at all and it's like 1 a.m. or something, you can just go out, turn on the app and earn some money. And there are people who order food, so you're very likely to get some orders at even at 1 a.m. in the morning. Pretty flexible, so I'm my own boss and I think I'm good. Secondly, while I'm waiting for trips like this, there are so many things that I can do. For example, sometimes I just talk to my friends or talk to my family, and I can even talk to them while I'm driving, like while I'm doing a trip. So I have this privacy. It's not like doing Uber where you drive passengers and you don't have that privacy, but with this you can talk to people, and I sometimes even listen to music or listen to audiobooks, things like that. Sometimes I also have my karaoke sessions. So it's pretty flexible and also convenient, so you have your own time, your own space, so you can do things that you like. And when it comes to customers as well, some people can be really nice in terms of the way they communicate with you, in terms of sometimes even tipping you, things like that. But sometimes they can be unusually nice as well. For example, recently I just had my nearest delivery. That's where I picked up the food, and now I have to walk for just 100 meters to deliver it. This is the best thing. So I just picked up and then I immediately saw that it was to be delivered just 100 meters away from where I was standing. So I didn't even have to get into my car, I just walked, delivered, and that's it. And on the other hand, sometimes people make you happy in unusual ways or give me a smile. Let me see if I can think of something for this. Let me show you the message she sent. Yeah, look at that. Leave my food outside on the table, please. Don't knock the door, thanks. I don't want my husband know me I order. So long story short, she just didn't want me to go to a door and announce that I have come. She wanted it to be a secret. She didn't want her husband to know, so she just wanted me to leave the food. So such things can happen and they can brighten your mood. Alright, so we've been waiting for a while. I'm pretty sure that we must be getting an order anytime soon, so let's go there. Alright guys, so I'm finally getting the order and I'm gonna accept it. Ooh, the 1000th order, where is it to? McDonald's. Okay, let's go and pick up the order. Eats for
Yeah, it's good.
yeah, thanks, no problem. Thanks very much, no problem. Have a nice day. So guys, I've picked up the order and need to go to that place now, so let's do this. So let's see where the order is to. That's not very far, it's pretty close. I wanted my 1000th order to be a long one, but anyway, let's do it. Now, getting to the customer's place can take a while, so while we are on our way, let me just tell you the bad side, also known as... So now what you have to remember is your earnings depend on the people's hunger and their need to order food from outside. So sometimes, unusually, it won't be busy at all. There are times when I have spent like 3 or 4 hours waiting and waiting and waiting and not get even a single order. So if it's not busy, it can be really boring. But again, tied to the good side, you can make use of that time productively and do something which you would be doing otherwise. Secondly, you don't have all those benefits that a normal employee will have if he's working in a company. So you don't get things like your annual leave or sick leave or things like that. So let's say you go on a holiday, spend a week or 2 away, and you come back home. Don't expect to see extra money in your bank account. So you show up to work, you're paid. You don't show up, you don't get any money. And see, thirdly, driving is fun. I enjoy driving, but at the same time it can be really strenuous, really stressful as well. There are times when I get headache, and even now my back is pretty sore as well. Like, mental strain can be hard sometimes. And coming to this one, this is probably one of the most frustrating things I face. Driving in busy places is good because you get more orders, but at the same time, driving in the traffic, especially during peak hours, is hard. But worst of all is finding parking. Sometimes you would have reached the customer's place and you'll be standing right next to their building or office or whatever, and you won't be able to find a car park, and you have to just keep going round and round and round in the city and not find car park at all. And even if you do find parking, finally, you may have to end up paying a lot, sometimes a lot more than what you'll actually be paid for that order. Now, to illustrate this, I have something which is really fresh in my memory because it happened quite recently. Check it out. Now, this is why I hate driving in the city. Like, there's no proper parking, and I'm just walking for the last 1 kilometer to find this customer. My hands are pretty sore. This is how the road is, and I don't understand where they expect me to park. And you see, I had to go this way, go all the way there, take a right turn, and then park. So anyway, I met the customer and delivered the food, but it was such a big walk, you know, like I walked for like 1 kilometer, and now I've parked the car for just like 15 minutes, and if I don't get there within 15 minutes, I'll have to pay for parking as well. This is why I hate doing in the city. I have to run now because if I'm not there in 15 minutes, I have to pay, I don't know how much ever. Anyway, here I am. This is really annoying. I got just the free 15-minute parking and I don't know if I've crossed that time or if I still have. Exit, 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 exit. Come on, come on. Which is exit? Okay, I got this one. Just made it on time, guys. I think I said sometimes. Anyway. Now compare that with this place. I mean, just see how much of parking is there, and it makes things a lot easier, and that's why I don't like to do this in the city. Alright, so those are some of the main issues that we face while doing this. But again, with a little bit of planning and also by being a little prudent, you can avoid these and have a good experience. Anyway, I think we are almost near the customer's place, so let's go and see who that guy is. Or girl is. Okay guys, the guy has come out, so I'm gonna deliver the food and also ask him if I can take a photo with him. Let's see how it goes. Hi, how's it going? Bro, one more thing is you are actually my 1000th Uber trip. Oh. So there's like a milestone for me. So would you mind if I just took a photo with you? Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. That should be fine. Good. Thanks very much, bro. You have a nice day. So let me complete the order. Thumbs up. Deliver. And how much do I get for this? There it is. Finally done. I mean, I'm feeling, a little weird. I mean, everything has been pretty fine. Actually, the weather was also cloudy, so I thought it's gonna rain and, spoil the trip. But anyway, I actually planned a lot for this trip, guys. I usually do in the evenings as well, but the whole of last evening I did not do because, it will be dark and I did not want to make a video when it's very dark, and so I waited until the next day and I did it, and even the weather was in my favor, which is awesome. Sometimes there'll be people who are just waiting at the door and they just pick up and go away. So if it was something like that, it would have been hard for me. There are many times when the house will be in a main road or in a busy road, and there's no possible reason to stop for long. So the customer will just be waiting, and then I just give them the food out the window and they take it and just go away. And there are also been times when the customers will be in a hurry, or they don't look too friendly as well. So if I'm pretty sure that, if I had seen someone like that, so I'm very sure that I would not have been able to tell them about this milestone and, also take this photograph and this vlog with them. But I'm so glad it all happened, it all went well. Anyway, now let's go back to what we were talking. Alright guys, now I've told you about what's good and what's bad about doing this. And I've also shown you how typical delivery is. Now, I just wanted to tell you how profitable this has been for me. So in other words, I want to show you... Alright, so it all started in February of 2019, so that's this year. So that's like about 8 months ago. I had just lost my job. I mean, I didn't lose my job, I had to resign. And then I thought of getting a car and doing this. I paid about $2,900 for this. And apart from that, I also had to spend money for the legal formalities like... Wait, explaining this is a lot harder. I think if I have some numbers, it's gonna make it a lot easier for you. So let me show you some numbers. I'll go and get my computer. made this. Okay, I just made this little spreadsheet when I bought the car, but I never thought that I would be using it in a video. Anyway, let's go into it. So you can see the first part of the spreadsheet shows how much I've spent on the car. And the second part, which is highlighted in green, is the income. All the money that I've earned because of the car. So in February 2019, I paid $2,900 for the car. And in addition to that, I had to pay $100 for safety certificate and $84 for stamp duty and all those other things. And totally, in the first month, I spent $3,278. I'll just come back to the fuel. So insurance, I've paid $280 as the annual premium. So naturally, insurance is used for the whole year, right? So I spread out that expense for the whole year because that $280 is for the whole year. So every month it's going to be like $23.33. Additional phone bill. So I don't know if I should really include it here, but I got a higher data plan because I would be doing UberEats, but that has got nothing to do with the car, but still I just added it here. Not a big difference. And maintenance is, the extra things that I've been spending on the car. So the way I'm working with fuel is I have another tab here in the spreadsheet. So 143 is what I spent on fuel in February. Yeah, so all those come to the cash outflow part. So now let's look at the cash inflow, which is the income from doing Uber Eats. So the first month was pretty quiet. It wasn't quiet. I was quiet. I was not doing it more. I don't know what I was doing. I can't remember what I was doing back then. I don't know. I think I was just lazy. And the first week was the lowest, I can say, just $77.60. That's what I made in the first week. And then the second and third weeks, about $200 plus, which is okay. So the first month I made like $550.80. So that was the cash inflow. Outflow was $3,278.33 and the inflow was $550.80. So the net cash flow to date was $2,727.53. So that was the total amount that had gone out of me. So I got something and I paid something, and the difference was $2,727.53. So that was the outflow. Next month I worked a little harder, and next month was worse. I made only $535. Next month inflow to date came to $1,086.02. And of course I spent money on fuel as well. So net cash flow for the second month was $362. So I spent something and I earned something. So the difference was $362. So that was the profit I can see. And coming to cash flow to date, so it came down to $2,365.28. So that was the total amount that I had spent by March. And every month, obviously, I'm making more money than what I'm spending. For example, the next month I made like $910 and I spent only $260. So the net cash flow was $649 and net cash flow to date also came down. The next month it was even better. I made $1,327, spent $548. And that's because I had to renew my car's registration. July was the best. I made $1,758 and I spent $225. So the net cash flow for that month was $1,532, which is awesome. And you can see by June, the net cash flow to date had become positive, which means I had gotten back whatever I spent on the car, and I had gotten back all the money from the car, or I can say the car actually gave me back the money. So I had spent something and I started earning money because of that spending, and by June it had become positive. So I can say the payback period of that car was 4 months. So in the 5th month the net cash flow had become positive, which means I have gotten back whatever I spent. And obviously moving forward, whatever I get back is a profit. Yeah, so in August I had this extra expense, which is a parking ticket for $65. That was totally annoying, but I have to pay. So finally guys, now it's October. By September, which is last month, the net cash flow is $4,501.21. So in other words, I have an extra $4,500 in my bank account because I started doing this, because I bought the car. Really good, hey? So I think that's about it. So I've tried my best to use these numbers and explain to you how profitable this has been. And the best part is it is giving me money every single day. So I've been doing this full time, which means I don't have any other job. This is my only job, and that's why I've been making this much of money. And also the payback period of the car has been really quick. But some people do this as a side hustle. So in that case, these numbers will actually be a lot different. It'll be a little slow. Really bright. So that's my little review of Uber Eats. I've been doing it for the last 6 months and it's been awesome. If you're considering it, it's a very good option, very good to earn extra income. So obviously this can't be your main job, you can't go on doing this forever, but still it's a nice way to spend your extra time productively and make some money as well. Anyway, so this is my little review of Uber Eats. I hope you liked it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share this with anybody. Let me know what you think about my review as well. And if you have any comments, thoughts, suggestions, please leave them down in the comments below. Always remember this. One of the best things you can do is swallow your pride and do whatever job you can to provide for your family. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Peace.